Good afternoon. Well, it's afternoon where I am, but it's good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever it happens to be where you are when you are watching this. So nice to see you guys. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate y'all. Doing something a little different tonight. I don't think I've actually, well, it's not different. It's the same thing we've done 100 times. But this is, well, I call this my house recipe. It's the one that I roll the most. It is my patented, for lack of a better term, brand that I love to roll. Do not have the best binder tonight, but it is Cameroon. So we're just going to work with what we got. Yep. Looks like you're going to do a lefty. That's fine too. All right. Cameroon double binder. Got some Dominican Olor. Tear out our midrib. Do our fold. Quick little intubado. And we reach up here. And because we're rolling 46s, we're only going to use half of this one, because we have its Seco meat. Okay. And that is Olor Viso. Okay. Go grab him back in. It's a pretty leaf too. Look at that color. This is stuff I just got in. I apologize. The first leaf was actually a Criollo 98 in a Seco. So I have 2 Secos and 2 Visos. I'm not going to tear the mid out of that one because it's very thin. We'll reach across. This is Nicaraguan Condega Viso. I've tried this in a bunch of different combinations. The first ones of these I actually rolled were all Seco. And they were good, but they were super mild. And what I've noticed is I have to fill the head just a little. So I usually go back and match the foot too. Beautiful. Okay. Pull our binder back. Make sure we don't twist. And because I'm using a double binder, I've actually reduced the amount of filler so that my ring gauge stays as close to what I want it to be as is humanly possible. Try to keep your binder nice and flat. There we go. Pretty as you please. Try to get as close to full length as I can. A nice firm head. Beautiful. Tear that off. We don't need him. All right. A little bit of Burmacol to hold it together. All right, and there's our first bunch. Take it. Trim our head just a little bit so that it fits in the mold better. Don't end up with any weirdness. Beautiful. All right. And as you'll see when I open this, I've already rolled a few of these, or bunched a few of these. And this is a lefty, so it goes on the left side. And it should roll right down in there, pretty as you please. Beautiful. All right. And I'll tell you, let's do one more. Okay. Get this back over here. As long as we got another good binder anyway. That one will work. This Cameroon binder is very, very fragile. Even when properly cased, it's still quite fragile. See what I mean? There we go. Now let's see which leaf is better. Is it left or right? And there's our righty. And they're equally as bad. All right, so actually the left one is slightly better. It has the least amount of holes in it. But I'd love to be able to have binder that had no holes in it. But that is a rare thing with Cameroon, at least with the Cameroon that I have. Okay, there we go. Got our double. Touch it out a little bit. Got our criollo. And make sure we only have one leaf. This one's a little bit thicker. To take that into account. Okay. And we got our other half. Find our other full. This is the Seco. And last but not least, a Nicaraguan Seco. I'm sorry, Nicaraguan Viso. This is a Viso. This is a Canega Viso. Got our four. Well, tear the tips so we have a nice straight top. Work our way down. And a little bit more to the foot. A little bit more to the head. Make sure we don't twist. Quickest way to get a plugged cigar is to twist it. All that into overpack it. Little soft spot. The tip I got that is absolutely accurate and true is if you do find a soft spot, make sure you back up to where the filler is showing. That way you get the soft spot and it doesn't create a lump. There we go. Now to our max length. As you can see, this one's a little bit shorter. That's okay. Still well above where I need it to be. A little trim on the top. Back to the mold. You just kind of roll it down in there. It fits in nice and tight like. Perfect. All right. Now let's wrap one of these dudes. All right, and we're back. We're back. Got a little cleanup action. And we'll sit this dude over her. Obviously, I didn't press those very long, but we have the other ones, and they are perfect. All right. I'm going to set this to 5 5/8. We are rolling Corona Gordas. Look at that. Apparently I was rolling Coronas last time. Who knew? All right. Another little thing. When they're sorting in a factory, they sort binder, wrapper, half wrapper, and half wrapper. Yeah. This is what I would call half wrapper. Okay, because one side's all busted up, the other side is just fine. So we'll get in here and pull out our middle stem. And lefty is the word of the day. The trick I learned from Bliss was you can flip these over and cut them right-handed. I am a much stronger roller right-handed than I am left. Much stronger. But I can always flip it and trim it right-handed and then just turn it over. So that's a neat little trick. About 2 inches. Try to leave me enough room for a flag. Should be enough. I'm gonna cut that little nub off. Just big old fat vein. And yeah, this does have a little hole in it right there, doesn't it? So somebody asked me the other night on the live stream if I could just patch it. And the answer is yes, you can patch it. Which is what I'm gonna do right now. A little swirly. And I lost the towel again. Great. And let's see, we're going to guess how big it is. We'll go with this one. And that's how not to do it. Ultimately, I'd like to not have to patch, but, you know. Okay, made a lefty. A pretty little bunch. Looks really nice. Couple little edges, nothing crazy. Nice open draw. Being that this is a shade leaf, it is rather thin, so you don't want to yank on it too hard. I have the opportunity to get in here and trim that little vein out. Not too bad. The veins are a little prominent, but they'll tighten up. Okay. And we have enough for our flag. That's how fast it dries. Feel it, hear the difference? And what's my humidity in here right now? 61. This is where we get lucky. If I can. That is not quite the same color, is it? That's not too bad. I'd like to have a larger cap, so we're going to the half that we had, and we'll cut us a big piece out. And we got a nice section to make a flag right there. And get the basic shape. For some reason I am not the best at cutting circles or arcs like on that end. So I go back and do a little cleanup. Any of the big fat veins you want to cut off, now's the time. There we go. All right. Don't need a ton of glue, you just need enough. And obviously we're not here to smoke glue or Burmacol as this is. Granted, it's harmless, but that's not the point. See if we can get an actual triple cap. Let's also show you the difference between high grade wrapper and mid and low grade wrapper. This will lighten up some as it dries, but there will be an obvious color difference because I had to switch to the other half of that leaf, which was darker. But we can go back over here and get our top cap. If we were doing barber poles, that'd be fine, but we're not. Cool. I think I did it upside down. That is... No, that's right. Alright, so this one's going to end up being a little special looking. It'll look barber pole-ish as far as the lid goes. I don't like that. That's got to come off of there. At any point, you can stop and make a change as you're building the cigar. At any point. It's your cigar. Build it how you want. And there are some basic rules you have to follow. Otherwise, it won't be smokable. There we go. And get a little bit extra to put on the cap, just to get it good and locked down. As Bliss calls it, emulsifying the cap. Okay. In there. And there we go, peeps. My favorite house blend. All right, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you Thursday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, right here where we always are. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. I'll see you Thursday. Have a good one, everyone.